Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God, and to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading, God we trust.
Set up! Ready? Ready?
No pressure, but this is it. We are going for gold. Pressure is on. This one is for the gold.
Ready? And Okay, ready? Set, go!
This one is for goal.
Get up!
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.
Trust, we ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, but leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of just. It's week 1 of the 2022 season, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Packers and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Joined by Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is finally time to kick off another NFL regular season, folks. Here we go, and what a game we have to start, Charles. A rivalry showdown between the Packers and the Vikings, two teams who have really defined the NFC North for some time.
So let's face it, fans in Detroit, fans in Chicago don't want to hear it, but you nailed it, because one of these two has won 13 of the last 15 NFC North titles in Green Bay. They're on a 3-year streak with 13 wins in each of those seasons. The Packers are obviously heavy favorites.
Vikings offense ready to go. A new coaching staff in 2022. Also, Kirk Cousins gone after 4 seasons. And in comes this man, the 5-year NFL veteran.
In my mind, this is going to be a hard transition, because you're going from having a quarterback who's been there for a while, kind of ingrained in what's happening, to now making a hard pivot and going in a different direction. There's a lot on the line, and there's going to be a lot on this man's shoulders, especially here in this getting to know you period.
And they work this well on the field across the 45. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So, Charles, we talk about the new man under center, and he comes into this game with an 8-5 record as a starter over his first 4 years in the NFL. But the difference now, this is the first time that he's been the opening week starter.
Well, you certainly talked about it. You alluded to it. He's shown flashes over the last 4 years, but that's really been it at this point, a very small sample size. 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, thrown another 4 scores on the ground. It's certainly a limited body of work. But now, for at least one season, he's the man here. And it's the opportunity he's been waiting for.
Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener.
All right, give him 6 on that one. Touchdown.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gibson. This one brought in by Jefferson. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. You talk more about this new quarterback, Charles. What are the challenges you see for him taking over as the Week 1 starter?
Partner, you bring up the challenges. Let's go with what we know already. He's produced in limited opportunities, and we've also seen that he has a flair for the big moment. 2 of his 8 wins, they came in primetime games. On the flip side, getting to know the playbook, understanding his teammates, relating to them. Can he also make the most of his talents as the guy?
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. The CD, you've got Manny Kahue calling the shots for this offense. His 2nd year as an offensive coordinator in the league. How do you see his crew on this side of the ball performing this year?
Well, as you and I both know, and everyone else around the league, Manny was a popular head coaching candidate for this year. But he told all the teams he was interested in remaining a coordinator for a bit so he could continue to grow in the job. As far as his offense this year, he's really optimistic about what they can do because he loves the talent on that side of the ball. And one other thing, Manny Kahue, a young, bright offensive mind, he'll be a head coach before long when he's ready to do it.
You know, partner, we talked to this young man earlier in the week, and he went on and on about how his experience backing up Derek Carr for the last 4 years put him into position. He's touchdown! Justin Jefferson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
That's the kind of throw that they're looking for right there, and that's a big reason why the man...
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's off the play fake. Gibson. On the comeback route, he's got Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. He's got him in, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. It's their quarterback with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Confidence does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and flee them on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Flush to his right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. Throwing on first down, Gibson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3, and then Chicago. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. On 1st and 10, Gibson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be crowded well upfield right around the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Gibson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Oh, yeah, that's a good throw right there. This is a big game for this man at quarterback. He's a QB1 to start the year for the first time in his career. And he's determined not to let this opportunity get away from him.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Wilson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Offside. Defense.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He is throwing to start the drive. Gibson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Another catch for Jefferson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And we return welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are close. And now out comes Minnesota. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline.
Intentional grounding.
And yep, indeed, the flag is out. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Eluding the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. The Vikings now heading onto the field. Throwing on 1st down. Gibson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
And Wilson with it, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today. Yeah,
he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. His throw caught right around the 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's probably only one game, right? Opening the season, and you're moving in the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines.
for the Vikings, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
I'm the best.